Всем привет! Hello to all of you all across the world. I hope all of you are looking after yourselves and looking out for each other. Welcome back to another video for 2022. Please go ahead and click subscribe on my channel if you have not yet clicked subscribe. If you're new to my channel, welcome, dobry pожаловать, or if you've been here for a very long time, followed my journey for a long time, I always am so thankful and grateful for that, for all of you for tuning in as well. And please go ahead and check me out on social media. A lot of people often ask me, how long are you going to be continuing this journey with your own family, with your birth family, with your parents, connecting us all with the world with your journey and story. Now, the journey is always going to continue. It never ends. It never does. It's part of my life and it's the path that I'm always going to follow. For a lot of people, of course, too, stopping a journey early can make things difficult, and it does really affect your identity as an adoptee. With myself and with my own entire birth family, with my birth mother, as you all know, she also struggled with a lot growing up. She was in an orphanage all of her entire life, and so she doesn't know her birth family entirely. That is a connection that I'm slowly putting the puzzle together and working that out. And that's a thing that has taken a while to get to this point, but that's always going to continue. With my birth mother, she left the orphanage at the age of 18 and went straight into a factory working for making bread. And with my birth father, he met my birth mother when they were very young, about 18 or 19 years old, and they were together for, I think he said, for about half a year. And all of this stuff is still part of me connecting the dots with my own journey, with my story, trying to put it together completely, because I know that I am still not 100% there with my own journey, and every journey is so different and every journey is so unique. With myself, the big question is a lot of people ask me is, how long can you keep on searching? How long can the journey continue for? This, of course, depends on a lot of things. There may be a lot of roadblocks. There may be deaths in the family. There might be situations where you just can't go any further or you don't know how to get further. So with that myself, every answer is so different. With me saying this, every answer is so different. I always want to say, of course, for every adoptee, until you are satisfied with what you've found, a lot of adoptees are satisfied with finding some information, going back home and thinking, right, I'm satisfied. This is a bit of closure. This is a bit of closure for me. It's like a closure. It's a closure feeling for a lot of adoptees. A lot of adoptees also say, this is the next path of my life. This is the next chapter of my life that I want to continue. And that's what I chose to do. I want to continue that. This can happen either way. If you have found birth family, if you have not found birth family, you can always continue a chapter or continue on with that, connecting with your roots, connecting with your culture. A lot of the stuff with my own background, I'm still trying to connect the dots with my ancestry, with my family history, and with things like DNA and all of that, and that's going to take a very long time. That does not stop continuing. Yes, I met my birth family, coming up 10 years ago, and in 2013, so things have progressed over time, but it's always going to continue. When I went to go and meet my birth family for the first time when I was 21, I thought to myself, right, I've taken this step. What is the next thing that I need to do? And I know there is so much more to do to continue this path for myself. If I went back home after meeting my birth family and it's like closing a door behind you and saying, right, I've done this. This is my closure. This is what I'm happy. This is what I'm happy about. It's still going to take me a long time to understand and take everything in. I wouldn't be happy to do that. I would want to keep on continuing that. I would feel a little bit out of place, and it would take me a while until I feel like I am in that place completely for myself. Just for myself, just to feel that I am connecting with my identity like that and with myself and with my family as well. All their support has been a big thing that's pushed me and a big thing that's helped me a lot with this journey. My family, my parents, they are always supportive, and they've always been telling me all the time, if you can connect more with your birth family in regards to your family history, if you can connect with so much of that, it would make our lives and it would make our family a lot more bigger and more complete. And with myself, with me trying to connect with my birth mother's family, that has been a thing that's been ongoing. My birth mother has family in Ukraine. She's got a brother there, and also apparently she's got parents in Kazakhstan. So this is a thing that I'm trying to work around and connect the dots. She has connected with her brother through me, and that's going to take a little while still to go through that process for her. But that's another whole journey, that's another whole journey within itself. And with myself saying that all the time, the path does not stop. It continues on, and it keeps going on for every adoptee. If there's a death in a family, if you go visit your birth family, no matter what country you're from, domestic, international adoption, all of that, I'm covering everything. If there's a big roadblock like a death in the family, you may or you may not want to connect with relatives of your birth family. You know, it's about how you approach it correctly and how you would like to. A lot of all of this takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of power, willpower within yourself, and just knowing that you have that support there as an adoptee to know that you're not alone. There's a lot of people out there trying to connect with dots, and there's roadblocks. Roadblocks is like obviously when you know that you can't go any further, or you find it so hard to push through that, and you need that extra support. You might be crying out for help. You might be saying, look, please help me. I don't know what to do in this situation. I am stuck, I am lost, and I can't connect any further, or I don't know how to connect any further. And a lot of that is very common with a lot of adoptees' journeys, and with myself in it, I may have connected with my birth family, but there's a massive roadblock with trying to help my birth mother connect with her family, because that is important. That is all part of me as well, and I want to keep doing that, but I can't find anything at this point. I'm still getting through that and still continuing on, and that's been going on for at least 4 years now. So all of that with my birth mother's family is going to keep on going, but I'm always telling myself I'm just going to keep on taking little steps with that, and that is so important. That's an important thing. You need to give yourself the motivation to do that, and I can't say it's easy. It's not a walk in the park. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to get at. It's not easy. It's not a walk in the park. It will take your own time, and please do take your own steps. But there is never, there's never a time where you're just going to say, right, okay, this journey will take this long amount of time. That is it. I can't do this anymore. A lot of adoptees do come across that situation where they feel like they can't continue on, and they go back home, and that's it. They close the chapter, but they're not going to be completely satisfied with what they found out. There's always going to be broken pieces that they've always probably looked back on and thought, if only I just did this, or if only I did that. But that is just from my own experience and a lot of other journeys that I've helped and pushed through and connected with other adoptees. Whether or not they're finding birth families or not, whether or not they're connecting with their culture or not, that's completely up to them and completely up to themselves. So this is just me explaining this. Is there ever a time to stop searching? And I don't think there is. There is a time when you can decide when to start searching if you wanted to search, and a lot of adoptees may want to search or they may not want to. It is completely your own choice at the end of the day. But with myself, I'll keep you all updated with my birth mother's, with her journey. And I heard from her recently, summertime over there in Russia, and she is doing well. She has asked me about her family in Ukraine and all of that stuff, the situation, just trying to connect the path more for her is such a vital part of my life now, and I want to make that happen. It's important to me. It is so important to me, and I would love to go there. I would love to go and connect with the family there. I'd love to connect with the family in Kazakhstan. I hope there's some connections there. Look after yourselves, and as always, as usual, спасибо большое. Пока, до свидания. Спасибо. Until next time. До скоро. До скоро. Пока.